Here's a real-life example of a construction mortgage that went wrong. And believe it or not, in 18 years, I've seen this more times than I care to count. So here's basically the lay of it. We've had a file sent to us from another mortgage company because they weren't able to find this particular borrower any money. He is building an estate home, so this is a home that's worth a couple of $1 million, and he borrowed $500,000 to date and is about 50–60% complete on the property, but he's run out of money. The $500,000 that the original private lender gave him has run out. His own resources are gone. He doesn't have any more cash really to pay for the rest of construction, and remember, he's only 60% of the way through. So the file sort of came to us. And the reason I say I see this all the time is because there's a term out in the industry known as loan to own. And that's when a borrower goes to a lender and asks them for money, and the lender says, I'd love to give you this money, but they don't end up giving the borrower quite enough. And the reason they don't give them quite enough is because they want the borrower to go into default so that they can take the property back. So if we think about this project for just a moment, this is about a $2 million property. It's about 60% complete, which means it's worth about $1.2 million, as is where is. And the lender has only lent $500,000 to this particular borrower. Well, if the lender was to foreclose right now, there's a very strong argument to be made that they would end up taking back this house that's worth $1.2 million, not completed, for about $500,000. And the lender would hire a new contractor, finish out construction on the property, and end up owning a $2 million home for something significantly less than $2 million. So this happens all the time. Loan to own transactions are something that you have to be careful of. You have to make sure that if you're in this situation, that you know the lender can lend you the rest of the money, that even if they give you a term sheet saying, oh no, we'll lend you everything that you need, that you read the small print, or you get somebody like your lawyer to help you make sure that there's nothing that would stand in the way of them giving you all of the money they've committed to giving you. So in this particular case, we're going to be able to fund a construction mortgage for this borrower so he can complete it and complete the house and sell it and hopefully make his money on it. But he is going to end up paying quite a bit for this money. The interest rate is going to be higher because he is coming to us at the last possible moment. There's bills piling up, there's expenses, there's threats of liens being registered on the property. He's going to pay higher interest, but he's also going to pay higher fees to whoever the lender is that comes in to ultimately fix this problem. So the borrower has already lost probably a lot of sleep, but more than that, they've lost equity, they've lost some of their own cash because now they've had to pay for fees and interest again, and all a result of really just not understanding what they needed to do when they first took the mortgage and how to properly plan for it. So that's a real life example, and I can tell you it happens all the time, so make sure that it doesn't happen to you.